There are charities that save lives and one that saved nothing at all. It spent millions on videos so convincing that people cried, donated, and shared. Only later did anyone ask, where did the money go? In 2019, a tiny nonprofit called Hearthlight began appearing in feeds. Short, polished films of a mother cradling a child, a field of starving animals, a single elderly man opening a care package. Each clip ran as a 30-second ad, and within hours, millions of dollars in micro-donations followed. The charity's tax ID looked real, its website had glossy reports, the comments were full of gratitude. But something didn't add up. A mid-level compliance analyst at a payment processor noticed a pattern. Thousands of small donations pouring into the same charity from accounts that had no prior nonprofit history. The payments were routed through a chain of shadow accounts that invested in high-margin ad buys across social platforms. When we traced the ad creatives back to their origin, they led not to a relief worker, but to a boutique media studio in a low-rent office park. We spoke to 3 donors. Maria, a 62-year-old retiree, remembers the video that changed everything. A child on a cracked step, whispering, "Please." She emptied her emergency fund and later realized the charity had no local projects and no staff listed. She says, "I cried. I thought I was helping." Most donors remember the feeling more than the name. That feeling is the product. How it worked. Hearthlight was not a one-off con. It was a system built from 3 parts. Studio-grade emotional films engineered to maximize physiological response. Hyper-targeted ad buys that found the people most likely to donate. And a payment network that dissolved trails. The videos used close-ups, slow dissolves, and sound design that triggered empathy. Minor key strings, breathy voiceovers, faces looking directly into the lens. Each creative was A/B tested. Which mother, which dog, which line made people click donate fastest? When the algorithm favored one variant, the budget surged, and so did the donations. A leaked memo from the studio reveals the chilling calculus. Emotion conversion rates, 8.6% with tears, 3.1% without. Increase budget on proven creatives. Bank records show millions routed into shell LLCs and then into an ad network owned by the same parent company. There were invoices for campaign optimization that, on paper, read like legitimate marketing services. On the ground, however, there were no shelters, no rescue missions, no receipts of aid distribution. We confronted the studio. Their spokesperson said they produced awareness content and worked with partners, but couldn't produce a record of partner organizations that received funds. Social platforms said they were upgrading ad transparency. Payment processors promised audits. Meanwhile, victims like Maria were left with a bitter personal loss and the feeling that their empathy had been weaponized. The story is not just fraud, it exposes a market where attention is currency and emotions are optimized to be spent. Algorithms reward engagement, not ethics. As ad systems get better at finding the most empathetic eyeballs, the incentives for authenticity weaken. The result? A flourishing of curated grief and a decline in verifiable charity. Not everyone surrendered. A small collective of investigative donors pooled their resources to fund on-the-ground audits. They found one real shelter, funded by grassroots organizers, struggling because legitimate groups can't compete with the reach of professionally engineered sorrow. "We felt foolish," says one of the auditors. But foolishness turned to resolve. We could either sit angry or we could rebuild trust. If we want giving to mean something, we must demand traceability. Ask for receipts, independently audited reports, and look beyond the camera's tear-streaked lens. Empathy is not a metric to be monetized. It's a responsibility. If you want rigorous investigations of the systems that shape our world, subscribe to this channel. We'll keep digging so the next time something tugs at your
There are
heart,
charities
you'll
that
know
save
whether
lives
it's real.
and